Talking about, excuse my little throat cough there. Today we're going to be talking about the new tape from DJ Esco and Future called Esco Terrestrial. And this came out actually literally just a couple of days ago, and I bumped it the minute it did come out, and I gotta say it's one of the better tapes to release this year. There's about 16 tracks on there, with most of them being with Future and features, but there are a couple that actually do not have Future. Seeing as this is a little bit more of an Esco tape rather than a Future tape in terms of forgive me for the cough, I apologize. It's almost like a DJ Khaled type project with Future just basically being the star of this project and a couple of good features. Now overall, most of the songs here are solid, if not very, very well done. Again, this is Future, so you know what to expect already by now. So again, as I said in my last review for Wale, if you are not a Future fan, this is really not going to change your mind. However, there are one or two tracks here that do not include Future, such as Deal With It with Stewie Rock and Rambo So Weird, Super Dumb, and then there is a Casey Vedis track here as well, which actually turned out a lot better than I thought. It's got also a Neff the Pharaoh on there. That's a very chill, nice vibe track. It's probably the best track here that doesn't include Future. So I would definitely put that song as a recommendation as probably one of my more favorite tracks of the album, or project rather, excuse me. But overall, it is a solid project. I'm not even gonna front. It starts out with the intro, which just talks about aliens and all that good shit, because it's going off about the ET using Esco's name as a way of creating the project. Then you get the trailer song that they used to tease this project, Check On Me. Now, Check On Me really is just a standard Future track. It's an average track. I wouldn't say it's great. I wouldn't say it's bad. The production is a little bit boring, I won't lie, but at the same time, you can bump this one in the whip. It's similar to songs like, I'm trying to think of songs that would kind of equate to that, like Ain't No Time. That'd be a good song that you could relate to if you ever heard that song by Future. Very similar style track. It's just an average Future track. It's nothing special. It's not going to get you out of your seat jumping. However, the next one right now, again, basic shit, talking about fucking bitches right now, fucking thoughts right now, whatever. But this track is probably one of the best ones on here. The production is nice. That bass line is booming. And you just got Future just going in. And it's just a really solid track. Now from there we get to probably one of my least favorite tracks on the album, which is going to be 100 Racks, featuring 2 Chainz and Drake, as well as Future again. And this one is just Future going about 100 racks, 100 racks, 100 racks, 100 racks, with Drake delivering a really mediocre verse, to say the least. Really, it's kind of a boring song. Future really doesn't do much on here. Neither does Drizzy. I will admit 2 Chainz does have a pretty solid verse, so that is something you could salvage off that song, but overall it is kind of a boring song. It's, again, probably one of the least good songs on this project, if you ask me. Now following it, there's a bunch of other songs, including Juice, which is a standalone Future track, which they actually sample the I don't know what it was specifically, but it was basically them announcing O.J. Simpson's innocence in that trial, because the song is about O.J. Simpson, and he makes a lot of good references to double murder and blah blah blah, and this, that, and the third. And it's a really also solid track. Again, Future really stays nice with the flow, and the beat is quite enjoyable. And again, it is a little bit something different, seeing how Future's content can get repetitive, which it does get on this one, but the songs are quite good, so you kind of can look past that. So there is that, and then you get the next one, My Blower, with featuring Juicy J and production from Tarantino. That one is a lit track. I wouldn't say it's the best one on here. Obviously, it's not like my top 3 or 4, but it definitely is a solid track. And overall, helps create a nice, strong beginning for this tape. And Juicy definitely entertains with his verse. That's artists like Juicy J and 2 Chainz, their whole thing is if you're entertained, then they're doing their job, and he definitely entertains with his verse. Following through, you get Too Much Sauce with Future and Lil Uzi Vert, and I'm still not 100% sure what I think of this track in particular. It is a little redundant, because you have Future, who already kind of sounds like he's mumbling to some people, and then you have Lil Uzi Vert So it is a little bit, I wonder, is it the best pairing? But they do go back and forth, and some, you could usually most of the time tell who's saying what. It's a little bit more on the chiller side of things, but it's, again, not a bad track. Then we get to another interesting song for me, a couple of songs down, Party Pack featuring Ray Shrimmer. Now, when I first saw that Ray Shrimmer feature, I will not lie, I kind of cringed in my seat a little bit because I'm really not a fan of what they do. However, they didn't do a horrible job. In fact, I think they did a pretty solid job with the song. It actually is just Future on a hook singing Party Pack, you know, she want a party pack, hey, want a party pack. You know, talking about drugs, Zans, all this lean, all this shit is a party pack, and, you know, chicks want to have a good time. And, you know, Ray Shrimmer, both those guys, they actually do solid verses, I must admit, on this project. And the song actually is probably one of the best songs on here. So it actually turns out to be a really good song. Then we get to Married to the Game right after that, which, again, another solid track. It's different. It's more, I don't want to say R&B, but it's definitely more slow down, chill vibe. You have some really nice production on here. Future, I kind of wish followed the beat a little bit better, and also it is a little bit short, going on 2 minutes. That's probably one of my biggest pet peeves with songs, when you just have that really nice instrumental. It's just a really nice, clean song, and then it's just so short. It's like I would have loved another minute 30 on this song. But again, not a bad song whatsoever. Then we get to that Casey Veggies joint with Neff and Crazy. Another chill, I don't want to say R&B, but it's definitely on the slower side of things. Definitely something more of you just kind of chill back, you're not doing anything crazy, not riding around, whatever. But it definitely is a nice chill song. And then you get probably, again, I keep saying again, I apologize, Thot Ho by Southside once again with Future. Great song. And it's probably the last song on here that I say will be great for the rest of the project. As you get to, you know, you go through the rest, you're going to have Rambo, So Weird on Super Dumb. Then you get to Champagne Shower, which is a little bit of a chill track, another chill track with Rich Homie Quan, but again, it's a little, I said again, damn it. It's a little too laid back, and I don't really like Rich Homie Quan on there too much. It doesn't add anything to the track, so it's a little bit of a boring one for me, but it's not horrible. Then you get ended off with Stewie Rock on Deal With It, and Future ends it off with Benjamin's Burn, which has a similar skit to what On 56 Nights was at the end, or in the middle, wherever it was, with Paulie and those, you know, your stereotypical mobsters. And again, they're coming after Esco, and that's how it closes out. But getting back to my last track, Thot Ho, speaking of, another great song. The beat is just fucking smashing. And, you know, again, the title kind of explains it for itself, what the song's about. So overall, my thoughts on this, it's a great project from Esco and Future. Definitely say it's probably going to be on my top 5 or top 10 list for mixtapes this year. We'll see how the year goes. It's a solid mixtape for what it is. It's free. You know, it's a good fucking mixtape. You can put it on in the car. A lot of the production is great. You have all the good producers coming in here. Southside, Esco, Zaytoven's on here. Metro Boomin's on here. Everyone's present. Future obviously is present. Just a great track, great project overall. Highly recommended for any sort of Future fan. If you are not a Future fan and you maybe like 1 or 2 songs and you really never dove into them, I would suggest listening to this and seeing if you like it. You know, a lot of people say go to past projects. Honestly, I would dive right into this, see if you like it, and if you like it, go check out other Future's other work. And if you don't, well, then you clearly know you don't like it. But like I said in the beginning, if you are not a Future fan whatsoever, this is not going to change your mind. He doesn't do anything game-changing here that's going to make you say, oh, he changed something up. No, it's your typical Future mixtape, but just because it's typical does not mean it's not good, in my opinion. If you like Future like I do, I think it's a solid tape. Nice timing for the summer. We haven't had Future in a minute since, I want to say, Evolve in February. So it's been a couple of months since Future has really dropped a solid project. He's on a roll. Shout out to Future. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and tell me what I should review next. It's been easy. Peace.